Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Man, Woman, Movie. I'm Jason Hulls.
I'm Erin Hulls.
And why don't we explain what we're doing here, what this is. You know, couples often fight over what movie to watch on movie night.
Especially on a Saturday night, which is tonight.
Right. So we decided that we wanted to document that process. So the rule here is we take turns picking movies, and there are no vetoes. We're flying without a net. We'll take turns picking movies, and then we'll talk about them from our different perspectives.
I don't know if this is going to be difficult for both of us since you are a typical guy and you like your typical guy movies. Mm-hmm. And I'm a typical girl who likes her cheesy girly movies. So we are the exact opposite in our tastes in movies.
Yes. And so I think there's going to be some strategy here because if, you know, or I should say, if I pick Rambo, I know you're going to come back with something that, just something
Twilight.
Like Twilight, just to spite me. So, you know, you got to be, at least I think we got to start a little careful, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes over time.
Well, I promise you this, I'm not going to make you watch Twilight.
Okay, I'll take that. I will remember that. And we have it in the recording. So we're looking at doing this, you know, sort of bi-weekly because, hey, we both have full-time jobs and a 4-month-old. Mm-hmm. So this is just something that we can do together occasionally. Ladies first. So You get to pick the first movie. But right before I left to go pick up dinner, you said the title has 4 words.
Right.
And I think I know what the movie is that you're going to pick.
I will be absolutely floored, and I will think that you are some sort of wizard.
Well, are you ready?
I'm actually nervous because if you really guess it, I'm going to be kind of freaked out. So, okay.
My best friend's wedding.
No! Oh! No!
Shoot! I thought that was such a... Because I was like, okay, it's a wedding movie. It's right up your alley. I know you've seen it and you liked it. Darn, I thought for sure that's what it was. Okay, well, I guess then, what is it?
Years ago, I actually kind of built this up and I thought if I ever had to torture Jay and I had to make him watch a movie, for some reason this went through my head. I'm like, this is the movie I'm going to make him watch.
Oh, no. Okay, what's the title?
From Justin to Kelly.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
Have you heard of it?
Yes. Oh my God! Is it a fiction movie? Is it like a documentary?
No, it's just like a cheesy musical.
Oh my God! I regret doing this podcast already. From Justin to Kelly. Well, I think we're gonna have some interesting things to say about it when this is after we've seen it. So let's go watch From Justin to Kelly.
And there we have it. They've finished the introductions. They'll now watch the movie. And there it was. They have watched the movie. It has ended. Let's see what they have to say.
And we're back from that.
Wow.
Can I start off with an apology?
You know, my first thought when I sat down and we turned this on was, how many rum and cokes can I drink in 88 minutes? It wasn't enough. I couldn't get enough down.
Yeah, that wasn't, that's all I can say.
Okay, so Erin, why don't you tell the listeners what From Justin to Kelly is about?
Okay, so this is from...
Is this from our research department?
Yes. They just handed us their findings. Okay, so From Justin to Kelly, 2003. Jeez Louise, was that 13 years ago? Okay, so a waitress from Texas. Was she a waitress?
I think so. Like, she picked up like a tray in the beginning.
Okay. So a waitress from Texas and a college student. Was he in college? Were we supposed to know he was in college?
I just know he's in the Pennsylvania Posse.
It doesn't say Pennsylvania Posse. It says he's a college student.
Okay.
Okay. So a waitress, didn't know she was a waitress, and a college student, we didn't know he was a college student, from Pennsylvania meet during spring break in Fort Lauderdale. Now, did we even know it was Fort Lauderdale?
I was confused. I thought it was Miami, and then you said Fort Lauderdale.
I said Fort Lauderdale because I read it in the description.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't clear, but I buy it.
Okay, sorry. I'm branching out. Okay, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and come together through their shared love of singing. Aww.
Well, that much is true.
Yeah.
I mean,
They do love it.
they love it a lot. They grind on a beach together for like 30 seconds, and then it's like Romeo and Juliet. Except, wait, no. It's not. It's not like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It is awful because neither one of them die.
Was Justin the one that was allegedly messing around with Paula, or Paula was allegedly messing around?
No, I don't know who that was. Maybe.
See, I thought that. Okay, we're gonna look that up. Like we're gonna have our research team look that up right now.
Our research team.
While we keep talking.
AKA Jay's cell phone.
Yeah.
And maybe you're right. I thought that was maybe another season, but you could be right about that. And if that is the case, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
I watched the entire movie with that in the back of my mind. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It was him?
Yeah. He bragged. Okay, according to the first Google entry here that our research team is telling me, Justin bragged about having an affair with Paula.
But that was 13, 14 years ago?
Yeah. Despite rumors that arose during the show that they were more than that. So he says that they were just friends. Who knows? Don't care. My favorite character, Hurricane Luke.
Okay. Can I ask why?
He's barely in it. Hurricane Luke is a guy in Texas, evidently, because they don't really ever tell you where this movie starts. It just starts inside a bar. Everyone has a Texas accent. And, like, there's a guy who's trying to win over Kelly Clarkson, and he refers to himself as Hurricane Luke. He shows up a couple times, shows up in the...
Wait. Now, why does he call himself Hurricane Luke?
I think because he was drunk.
No, didn't he say because he...
Oh, he comes on like a hurricane? Is that it?
One day he's going to
blow her over? Terrible. Just terrible. So you've got the girls from Texas, and then on the other side of the story, you've got the Pennsylvania posse.
Oh, the Pennsylvania posse.
The boys. They come down there, evidently just kings of Fort Lauderdale party scene.
Two of them were.
Yeah, the third one was a nerd who had... I don't think his storyline had one bit of impact on the main story. He was just there. You could completely cut that out of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And you would lose nothing.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Yeah.
You could also, I think, cut the music, right? Like, the songs didn't match the scenes.
Can we talk about the songs?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted your thoughts on when the first song came out. Now, you had said, I know I'd mentioned that it was a musical before we watched it, but then when the song started and they started singing along, or actually singing the songs, you said, oh, I didn't know this is a musical.
I think I blocked it out. But, like, I mean, they go full musical. Like, you're watching the show, and the first song is in the first scene, but she's singing in a bar in front of a band.
Oh,
so it's like,
right.
It seems natural. It's like that could happen in any movie.
Right.
But then, like, they just go full musical, and...
Oh, yeah.
And, like, it's on a beach, and everyone just starts dancing and meeting.
Oh, yeah.
And Justin and Kelly grind and sing together for 30 seconds.
Not even
True love at first sight. They must have each other for the whole movie.
Yes.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
That's how it
I mean,
it
of
goes.
course, after all the beachgoers have, matching choreography and, right.
They all practiced at home at their various different locations.
Right.
Then they came down together and they're like, we're going to do this big dance scene. They did it. It was spectacular.
It was amazing.
And like the Stifler, if you will, I'm going to refer to him as the Stifler because I don't remember his name, but like he's like the main party promoter, just the total shallow, nothing going on in between the ears kind of
beefcake
character. Like, he has 3 rap scenes, which is 4 too many. Like, I don't understand that choice at all. But, and like the first rap scene, he was supposed to be awesome at it because everyone starts grooving around him and like getting into what he's saying, how he's going to take advantage of girls. Then at the end of it, he just pulls his pants down and moons Kelly and her 2 friends. And they're like, they were into it for a second, and then they're like, ew.
And then he gets a $75 ticket from the beach cop.
The hot cop. She's supposed to be the hot cop.
Apparently she's the hot cop, according to my husband.
Well, that's what she's supposed to be.
Well, to me, she was the cop.
I don't even think she was a cop. I think she just took his money.
She was the beach cop who took his money. But at the end, they were a couple.
But, I mean, it was just full of ridiculous stuff. Like, another thing that happened was the hotel manager where the guys were staying opened the door for them to show them the room and was like, now remember, no girls. Like, what? You're a hotel manager in Fort Lauderdale on the beach. Who are you to tell people what they're doing in their room?
Also, didn't you mention that as soon as they walked in, the dweeby friend just automatically got the fold up bed?
The cot, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the cot.
There was like 2 beds and a cot, and like no question. These guys just walk in, Justin and Beefcake Stifler get the beds.
And then Milhouse.
Just Milhouse comes in and just starts unfolding the cot. Like,
and then trips over it.
Yeah, like that's just normal. That's how it works, and he knows it, and he knows his place. Like, he's just their dog. And again, there's really no point in him being there at all. Like, he does not give one piece of advice. He does not say anything impactful. He's just there to take up screen time minutes. That's it.
And to meet his internet girlfriend.
So he's there to meet his internet girlfriend. The other 2 are there to party. The girls are there to party. This movie pretty much, I mean, it's kind of a terrible message if you think about it. Because who's this movie for? It's for young teen girls.
Correct.
Who watch American Idol.
Yes.
They like the songs. They like watching the show. And they want to go see this movie.
Yes.
This entire movie, every scene, every character, all they ever talk about is hooking up with people.
Right.
That's it.
Yes.
I don't think there's one other scene. It's just the relationship, not even healthy relationships.
Right.
It's just, let's just go explore our urges on the beach.
Well,
Except Kelly. I mean, Kelly was supposed to be the good one.
Right.
But still, like, as soon as she met Justin, she just said the same things in a nicer way, more or less.
True. There was a villain.
Kelly's best friend.
Right. Alexa, who tried to break them up because she was jealous.
So, how would you describe the acting?
The acting. I honestly think I have to say, I don't know if it's because we just got used to the acting as the movie went on, but I felt like it was worse in the beginning. Is it just me?
It's kind of like if you were to keep getting hit in the head with something.
So we just got numb to the bad acting. Yeah. I know I had commented to you in the beginning that the acting was so bad. It was almost like a porno. Like the acting was very...
Very porny.
It was extremely porny.
But like without any shade of payoff.
Was there one kiss scene in the whole movie?
Yeah, in the climax, if you will.
Oh, am I jumping too far ahead?
No one's gonna watch this movie. if we have anything to say about it, no one's gonna watch this movie.
So we can ruin the ending.
Yeah, I think we should. It's our duty to ruin as much as we can.
Okay.
After the beach scene, classic beach scene. Do you remember where they met next? When they actually learned each other's names.
Are you talking about in the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
So, like, Justin, I think he's running from girls, right? Because everybody wants to go to their party because they're so cool.
That's right.
And so he runs into the bathroom, and they come face to face again.
Yes.
And that's where they really get to know each other. And do you remember what she says, how she introduces herself? My friends call me Kelly for short.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like...
And Jay just yells, short for what?
Yeah, it was just... Look, okay, there had to be no pressure in this film to be good at acting. Like, there's no pressure. Like, they just showed up. They had to, like, memorize the words. There was no... I mean, in the end credits, the choreographer is listed first. Like, it was just about the dance. This is just a commercial. And in fact, if I may, our research team has provided us with some facts courtesy of IMDb.
Okay.
And it says that Kelly and Justin were contractually obligated to participate in this movie because of their commitment to American Idol.
What?
Yes, they both had to be in the movie as part of the contract they signed to be on the show. And not only that, but Kelly actually begged the creator of American Idol to let her out of the contract of doing this movie. She begged to get out of this movie. She didn't want to do it at all.
Wait a minute. Now, is this a contract that all American Idol contestants sign, that if you become successful, we may make a terrible movie out of it?
I don't know.
I mean, how is this a contract that they signed?
I mean, it makes sense in a way, I guess, because maybe since this was the first season, they expected something greater to happen with it. I mean, it was a pretty cheap movie to make. It cost $12 million to make. And it made like 4 point something on its debut across 2,000 theaters, which is mega flop. Like, 2,000 screens, debut. It brought in, on average, $1,300 per theater for an entire weekend. That's awful. So this did not do well.
I kind of wish I knew before we started watching it that Kelly begged to get out of it.
Yeah.
I think I would have watched it a little bit different, knowing how miserable she was in the making of it.
I mean, you know, like, that's why I'm saying, like, there was no pressure here. There was no, like, no, you've got to be good because we're making art. You're basically making a commercial. It's a big commercial. They didn't allow screenings for critics ahead of time. No kidding there.
What did it get on Rotten Tomatoes? Do we know?
That's a good question.
I'm going to predict it got I'm just going to throw out a number. 14.
14?
I'll give it a 14.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to go with the over-under on this. I'm going to take the under.
You think it's going to be less than 14?
Yeah, because I can't imagine why it would have more than 14. 10. Well, okay, critics score 10, user score 37.
Wow. They actually gave it a 37?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go. From the producer and writer of Spice World.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
That would have been a good one. That would have been a good movie to watch.
No.
That's my next one.
Oh my God. So, okay, and let's just talk about the ending here. So, I mean, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. The evil friend...
No, the evil friend ends up fine.
Well, she does, but, like, she's the one who is responsible for the miscommunication. No one just calls each other. It's all text. It messes everything up. There's a lot of miscommunication. Then it comes out that the best friend wanted Justin, and everyone's angry at each other for, like, I mean, maybe...
Not even a scene.
Yeah, not even a scene. You know, it's just, there's walking alone, and then Justin shows up out of nowhere because the best friend called him before he could get to the airport, and he shows up. I don't know how the best friend knew where Kelly was going to be because she's just walking around town, but they all show up where they need to be at the right time. There's a little song. They kiss. There's a big waterfall. Then, like... They dance in the end. Like, they go back to the club, and it's the last big party where the nerd, you know, meets the internet girlfriend finally, and for who cares? And then, like, there's a dance scene that I think has got to be 7-8 minutes. I mean, it went on long enough where I'm like, why is this still happening?
That's the way I like it.
It was over a remade version of that song, and it just went on and on and on.
Right. And that's why I said, do you have any other questions? Are you
No.
curious about where one of the characters is going to end up?
No, like, everything was answered. They just kept dancing. And then they went to the credits, and that was it. The whole movie, I think it said it was 88 minutes, And if you cut out the nerd scene,
Yeah.
you cut out the songs that, again, lyrically do not fit.
No.
They
Oh,
are
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I believe they probably wrote the songs before the movie,
Right.
honestly.
They had to have.
And
yeah.
so they just dropped these songs in. You can cut out the songs and just go from scene to scene. You cut out the nerd and looking for the internet girlfriend. You probably got about 45 minutes, 50 minutes of content.
So I know that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 10.
Mm-hmm.
The viewers for Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 37.
Yeah.
What do you give from Justin to Kelly?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Is it the worst thing I've ever seen? I mean, it ranks up there. It does. Because, okay, well, I watch a lot of bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of B movies, a lot of bad movies. And the thing is, there's a certain earnestness that goes into making a good B movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody on the movie believes they're doing something that's cool. And, like, that energy kind of feeds into it. Like, perfect example, Troll 2.
Ah, yes.
Okay, one of the best
We love it.
one of the best B movies ever. Like, you can tell whoever made that movie loved it.
Yes.
And I know for a fact, because I've watched the documentary, the director still loves it.
Yes.
That makes it into the movie, I think, somehow. Like, the love that goes into the craft influences the final product.
Okay.
So, with this movie, I mean, it really is watching, like, an 88-minute commercial. I mean, it is a commercial for the show and the people.
Yes.
That they don't even change the names. They're Justin and Kelly. Like,
right.
Even though it's a fictional film. So I think this was an exercise for everyone. This was a job you got paid on.
Yes.
And then you move on. I mean, clearly. That's why I said there's no pressure to be good as the actors. So this ranks really pretty high on my list of worst things I've ever seen, simply because you can tell from beginning to end, from top to bottom, there's no one cared about the artistry of what they were doing. Except, I mean, if Kelly didn't want to be in the movie, she sang the song she had to sing, she showed up and said the line she had to say. That's it. So
you didn't feel the love between Justin and Kelly?
Not at all. They looked awkward and weird. But so if I had to rank it, I'd say probably a 10 I'd go 10.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be too far off from that. I think I would give it right about a 10.
Mm-hmm. I think
like
the
that.
Rotten Tomatoes critics got it right.
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
one.
I agree with that. A 9 or a 10.
So I mean, I think the only thing that's left for me to do is to try to drink a lot of rum tonight and forget that I ever had this experience.
I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to stop drinking and remember all the good times that we've had watching this movie.
So, I mean, now my pick is up next.
Oh, shoot.
And, I had a pick. It may come up later in the show now. I was like, hey, this is a good solid movie. I think we both enjoy it. I think it was an interesting pick, but now I got to rethink it. Given the fact that your first pick was from Justin to Kelly, I got some thinking to do.
Okay. Now you're saying you're reconsidering. Can I ask what movie you were thinking?
No, because I very well may pick it at some point. Okay. I still think it'd be a good choice for the show. Okay. So we'll see down the line, and I'll reference this episode if I pick that movie in the future.
Okay.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this first episode. Thank you for joining us. We hope you will come back and find out what I pick for the second episode.
Oh, boy.
She's Aaron Hulls.
And he's Jason Hulls.
And thank you for listening to Man, Woman, Movie.
Au revoir, Pee-wee.